Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm pleased you're here again because we got a rare treat for you guys today. Gonna need a little imagination, that's all it's going to take, a dash of imagination. You've seen what we put together over the last 6 months and we've had a lot of requests saying, how did you do that? Where did the idea come from? What did you start with? Let's have a look at some building. So we thought, come with us and have a look at this. Oh my goodness, look at it. Feast your eyes. That is a 1926 Hudson. Yeah, yet another Hudson. We still like the idea of the chassis rails being parallel. This is an old thing that's been a project of somebody's for a long time, and to be honest, lost interest. We found it in a barn, probably 100 kilometres from where we are. Say hello, Willow. No. 100 kilometres from where we are. Bought it, thought, yeah, well, let's do another one. You got the vision, Louise?
Do you have the vision?
I've got the vision. Louise is struggling a bit with vision. Yeah, we've had a lot of requests from people saying, how do we go about building the other one? Well, we could just talk you through it and show you things, but I reckon that the better way to do it is build a second one. This is Mark II. Another new one for the channel. This is my son Matt, who's got some fantastic ideas. He's the guy that keeps the camera still for all of our other videos.
Yes.
So talk us through what you're going to do here, Matt.
Well, as you've seen, this is the exciting newest Hudson. So we thought we wanted to do something slightly different with this one. We're very pleased with how the Holden engine worked in the original car. So we wanted to do something along the similar sort of lines, but just a slightly different flavor, perhaps. So we'll get into the engine in a second, but to accompany that, we thought that we'd do something slightly different again with the bodywork, but still using tractor parts. So if we look this way, we have an old Ford front end. So hopefully, a combination of these bent and rusty bits and pieces of junk here will turn into a very nice second Speedster. Well, it seems very overwhelming to begin with, which, to be honest, it kind of is. But similar to the other one, I think we'll probably just start with removing a lot of the excess brackets and the body mounts and the bits and pieces that we know that we're not going to use. One slight issue that we had with the other Hudson was once we started removing a lot of these more structural brackets, we'll say, it tended to flex a little bit. So we want to add a lot more rigidity to it from the beginning. Again, as you can probably see on the other one, we've used some roll cage tubing between the chassis rails at the front, just to stop any flex when we're messing with changing the axle, the suspension, all that kind of thing. So we'll probably start there and work our way backwards.
Okay, so what we're thinking of is similar lines for the bodywork. Obviously, as Matt's just mentioned, we're thinking of tractor body panels. I'm still keen to use the reversed mudguard idea at the back end, which is exactly the same as on the other car that we've done. These are from, I believe it's a Nuffield tractor, and what I really liked about them is these lines rolled into the guard here. So maybe if we can kind of incorporate those and make it look like it flows behind the wheel might be a good idea, the rear wheel. Yeah, one thing that we're kind of excited about for this new project is that we've used a Holden engine in the old car, which was a straight 6, but we decided we'd sort of mix it up a bit and go for something different. So this is a small Australian Holden V8. It's called a 253, so it's about 4.2 litres, just a baby V8. So we've got that, and we've also got the 4-speed Holden gearbox from the same car as well. So we're going to use that. Still got all these external linkages, which we quite like the look of, and it's all very, very mechanical. So we'll probably fit the shifter on the outside of the chassis because no doubt we'll be limited for space inside the car. Right, fingers crossed, and fingers out the way. Sounds like an old Holden.
Success.
There we have it. Well, that was awesome. There's nobody more surprised than I am. It actually runs. The only thing is that, as you might have noticed, this isn't exactly the engine that we showed you in previous posts. It's still a 253, still a V8 Holden, but the problem with it was that we needed quite a lot of components for the other engine. It was pretty well a bare engine, which was fine. We weren't concerned about that. But then I went on Marketplace, and we all know what happens when you go on there. Something pops up, and in fact this did do. It was very local to us, a couple of miles away, not expensive, so we thought we might as well get it and just see how we go with it. It's got all the parts that we need. We're good to go now. Yeah, so for the past few weeks and the past few videos we've done, we've kind of concentrated on driving the other car and showing you moving and how it goes, etc. But with this one, we thought what we would do is we will concentrate on demonstrating a lot more of the technicalities of pulling it apart, how we go about determining where the parts fit, how we assemble them, etc. But what we also really want you guys to do is to actually ask in the comments if you've got any specific things that you want to see in more detail, or maybe things that you're working on yourselves and you're not quite sure how we deal with it. Ask away in the comments and we'll reply as much as we can, and even if we can't reply in the comments, we'll try and cover it in the video content. Okay, for the next few weeks we are going to be kind of busy. We've got a lot of work on the new project, which we are really excited about, and both Matt and I really want to get into it and get going with that. But we've also got an event on the 10th of May called Rattle Trap, which is on the east coast of Australia here. It's beach racing and beach drag racing for vintage cars and veteran cars, hot rods, that kind of thing. So we can't wait for that. That should be absolutely excellent. And one thing which has been changed on the car, which we think is really going to help with this beach racing, is we've got a set of these bad boys, which are a Blockley tyre, manufactured in the UK, manufactured with the same tread pattern and everything as the original Dunlops from the period. And actually a big shout out to Stanley Imports in Victoria. They were the guys who managed to get them in for me. It was a very quick and easy process.
So, as we said, thank you for watching, as always, commenting, etc. We're very excited to get into the new project, but if there's anything specific that you want to see us film, please let us know. Obviously we're just winging it on filming whatever we think is interesting, but we'd like to get some feedback on what you want to see. We're looking forward to going and having a go at this on the beach, so if you're going to be there, come and say hello, and we'll see you next time.
And remember, like and subscribe.
Remember, like and subscribe.
I did. I mean, I don't know if you can make it do that again. Can you see how much the flywheel moves over there?
Yes, it does.
I think there's a bit of play in the bearings somewhere like that.
Yeah, maybe we won't use this.
Perhaps not. Oh dear.